even if you're still using a CMA, you should never introduce your CMA until you first establish the spirit of intent. Because some homeowners think you're overpricing just to get the listing or underpricing just to make a quick sale. Would you agree with that? Never engage a person in price unless it's a pricing strategy. Gino, now that we've talked about the marketing of your property, let's see if together we can create and establish an effective market pricing strategy. Now, Gino, I'm sure you've given a lot of thought to your property. What price did you have in mind? And Gino will say, well, why don't you tell me you're the expert? No, Gino, I've done my research. It doesn't mean that it's going to be the strategy, but you're very knowledgeable. What price did you have in mind? You'll always get it if you do it the right way. And here's what most homeowners will say. Well, the Joneses home sold for $400,000. 90% of agents lose every listing right there because they actually say this. Oh, no, it listed for that, but it sold for... They actually say that. It listed for that, but it sold for less. And it's almost as though they enjoy devastating people. As opposed to saying, oh, yeah, I have the Smith's information. We'll be reviewing that later. And then later when they show 5 or 6 properties, it's contextualized. Do you think the homeowner respects the difference? Here's another reason that agents will lose homes. What percentage of real estate agents do you think you still use the word comps? What would you say? 100%. How about somebody saying to you, let's look at some comparable children to yours? Oh, come on, they have 2 arms and 2 legs. Come on, they're in the neighborhood. Never ever again in your life, as a salesperson, as a marketing person, never again in your life do you want to use the word comps or similar homes. The minute you say to somebody, let's take a look at similar homes, every single homeowner in the history of North America does the same thing. They're telling you and we're not listening. But they don't have 5 bedrooms. But they don't have a swimming pool. Am I right? Why do we keep beating people up? And that's why they can't make decisions. And then you can never get the right price. You know why? Because they think, how could we possibly trust this person's direction on price? They don't even know our home. What do you say instead as a world-class salesperson? Let's take a look at properties that buyers will be evaluating at the same time they're evaluating your home. Never put yourself in the hot seat like that, but 99% of our, that's how we've been trained as an industry. Here's another one in terms of price. If you've got to say to them, you've got to say this at the beginning to a homeowner. Gino, I'd like to begin by sharing with you my pricing philosophy. Now, what percentage of agents do you think start like that? They're not, because they're riveted to the CMA. They polarize the meeting, and they're basically telling the homeowner they're an advocate for research that didn't even involve the homeowner, right? I'm an advocate for research that was done without your involvement, and you wonder why we're hated? It's unbelievable. So I'm going to say instead, I'd like to share with you my pricing philosophy, Gino. My pricing philosophy is this. I want to help you extract every single penny from the sale of your property as possible. But if we're going to do that, we need to put your property in the market not at the highest possible price, but at the highest realistic price. See, the homeowners want highest, don't they? You want realistic. That's a professional synthesis. Now, how do agents lose listings and how do listings get overpriced? Because most agents haven't thought, how do you eliminate, because other agents come in, correct? What's your strategy to keep other agents ever from coming into home to do analysis? You've got to have 2 things to say. Homeowners will say this to you. We want to get different price opinions, correct? Gino, there's hundreds of different opinions in the marketplace, but there's only one set of facts. You like that? Thank you. Now that we're computerized, you don't have to chase all over town to get opinions. There's only one set of facts, thank God, and the only opinion that will matter is our opinion. Let's get back to the facts that we have.